Hi, Karen. It is so wonderful to see your beautiful face.
Katie, it is always good to see your luminous face. Hello.
Hello, listeners. I wish you could have heard the past hour plus that we've been chatting. I think I almost forgot that we were going to do a pod.
Like, oh shit, that's right.
That's right. That's what we're here for, but also not. It's just chatting. It's wonderful. But yes, I'm Thanksgiving was a couple days ago, and yeah,
Yes.
it seems like we both had a decent time.
I know. I didn't even hear about your time. You heard all of like my whole tale, my whole journey, epic saga, if you will.
I loved hearing every second of it. My journey was great. It was really, really fun. We went over to our neighbor's place and there was no salmon, there was no
Oh,
tofurkey, but the side game was strong. And so I
okay.
will say that I was totally into it. They were so kind. It was like actually a lovely time. It really was. We got there at 5:45. We left at 8:45. I was in bed by 9. It was great.
Oh, damn. Katie, this is the dream. This
The
is the dream.
dream. Okay, can we talk for a second about how I think I'm now 95 years old? Because when the clock hits 8:45, I'm not even joking. I'm like, time for bed. 8:45. What is wrong with me, Karen? I'm
Oh
41.
no. No, no. Oh my God. What did I know I don't say their name on here. You know who I'm talking about. Sent me something on Instagram or said something on Instagram, like found this meme that was just like every night at midnight, I'm shocked to find out at 6 p.m. Like,
Yes.
this is the problem. 8:45, it's already been dark for hours.
Hours. Hours.
Out like legit like 4-ish to 5 hours. So yeah, 8:45, your body's like, whew, man, guess we're done here.
I mean, I know people though that are serious night owls. Like they come alive when it's 11 p.m. They don't go to bed until 2:30. They feel great. They feel creative. It's just like, oh my God, that sounds so interesting and werewolfy. But like I can't, doesn't it? That seems like, do they turn into a werewolf? I bet it's very quiet at like what 2
Mm.
a.m. Like I I'm sawing logs. I don't know. Long into REM.
Oh man. I mean, I am frequently awake at 2, 3, 4 a.m.
Are
because old lady
you?
insomnia. Yeah. Not as frequently as I used to be, but I'm up at that time. And you're right. It is quiet as the crypt. It is like very peaceful. That's your jam. You can get a lot done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of nice. I don't know.
I mean, falling asleep at 9 p.m. also sounds really nice, I gotta tell you.
It's true. My circadian rhythm is really aggressive. Like it it really is. Like I have the worst time with jet lag. I mean, I've probably talked about it on this pod before, but like I really have a hard time going on to mountain time. I was in Salt Lake City visiting my sister Christy like a couple weeks ago. Rough. 7:30. I'm like, I gotta go. Like they're just like, we're going out to dinner. Like what's happening?
Oh my
Might as well be in
gosh.
Paris. Yeah. But anyway, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was lovely. And it was a new experience for me in many different ways. Maybe I'll call them MLB.
MLB, great.
I'm trying to think of a way to refer to. I mean, I know they don't care, but anyway, they're listening to this right now being like, "Oh my god, Karen, who cares?" Um
Very special person.
yes, I brought my partner to meet my family for Thanksgiving we went to Alabama and hijinks ensued. I mean, it's just I realized later, not even later, it's a lot. Like it's a lot to meet your partner's family.
Yeah.
And this was like on steroids. Like, oh, you're not only going to meet them, you're going to ride in the car with my sister for a total of like 20 hours.
Yes.
And you're going to meet my mother on her birthday,
Oh
which
God, her
was on
birthday.
Thanksgiving. I know. Happy birthday, mom. Yeah,
Wow.
my mom's birthday fell on Thanksgiving this year. And you're going to meet my 89-year-old grandfather who like swings his cane at people. Like, welcome
Wow.
in.
You're just going in the deep end of the plunge
Yes.
pool immediately.
Oh my gosh. Right. Like, no, like waiting in the kiddie pool. No, 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 no. We're just going to shove you right on in.
Shoving into ice water. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. In
it's
Sheffield, Alabama. Right. All of it.
wow. Had MVP ever been to Sheffield, Alabama?
MVP.
before?
I like MVP better.
Wait, did you? Oh, we were saying MBP. Oh, we were using real initials. Oh yeah.
MLB. Yes.
Oh, MLB. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
like.
saying. Wait, MLB like Major League Baseball? Like,
Yes.
okay. Got it. Yeah. All right. Let's go with MLB. That's great. But that's
No,
it.
I like MVP though.
M something.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry. What was the question?
Had they ever been to Sheffield before?
Oh no. I mean, Katie, literally, you're the only person I've ever in my entire life who
Really?
even knows what it is. Oh yeah.
Oh
No,
my
no. No one's
gosh.
ever. No one knows what Sheffield is. It's a tiny town.
It is a tiny town. That's amazing. I love that we have this weird thing in
know.
common. It's so random. Wow.
It's
Well,
literally a town of 9,000 people. Anyway,
that's so small. I'm so glad you had fun though. But yes, that is it's yeah, hijinks ensuing sounds enjoyable.
yes. Yeah, it's really funny. You know, I at one point was like, oh, I'm going to take MVP on a driving tour of the Shoals. So the area where Sheffield is in Alabama is called the Shoals, and there's a town called Muscle Shoals, and
Oh yeah.
they're like famous, legitimately like famous things. There's a documentary about Muscle Shoals because that's where there's two big recording studios are, and
Oh yeah, like Michael Jackson recorded down there and stuff, right?
totally Elvis, and like all the way from Elvis to Michael Jackson. Like it's really, it's
Yeah.
like music is a big part of their culture there, and Helen Keller's birthplace is really close to my grandparents' house, right? So there's a
Wow.
Frank Lloyd Wright house next in the next town over.
That's cool.
Right. It's actually very cool. So I'm saying this to my relatives that I'm going to take MVP on this driving tour, and they all just like are blinking at me like, what are you talking about?
Oh
Like,
god.
what are you? Just, I mean, one of my cousins did eventually give some ideas like, oh, go to Spring Park, which was a great suggestion. And oh, there's this other park and there are these other things. But like, it was just like the whole notion of like there being things to do there was just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just got lost on them.
Yeah,
Totally
no.
lost. It's like
What
when
are you
you
doing?
live in a place, you're like, wait, what? Yeah. That's, I mean, I'm glad that you went on a driving tour. That sounds like fun.
It was great. Okay, so I have to mention this because it became a thing.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh, Katie, I almost don't. Okay, you're not on sugar, so you will not be tempted by this. So, really quickly, there's this chain in the South, apparently, of this is a hamburger restaurant called Cookout.
Okay.
And we passed it, and MVP was like, oh, they have Cookout here. And I was like, oh, it's a thing in the South. They used to live in North Carolina. And so I was like, ooh, do you want a burger? So the two of us and my sister go into this place, and they have these signs up for something. It's spelled Cheerwine, Cheer wine.
Okay.
I was like, what's cheer wine? And they're like, oh, you've never had cherry wine? That's how they say it, apparently.
Got it.
Oh, you have to like, oh, you've never had it? And I was like, sure, I'll try it. Oh my God, Katie. It is black cherry flavored soda.
Oh.
And I was like injecting it into my veins. Like,
Oh god.
just like I haven't been having sugar, right? I don't have carbs, I don't have sugar. This was literally like pure liquid gold sugar, black cherry flavored sugar.
You turned into a superhero. Full on transformation, transformer, superhero Karen. I bet you felt like $1 million for a second.
Oh my God. Well, and it had caffeine in it.
What, Karen? Oh my God, wait, hold on. This is like a massive, like quintuple whammy for your system. Shit.
I know. I haven't had caffeine since I even know the June 7th of 2021.
Oh,
was the last day I had caffeine. So, oh yeah, no, thought this was the best fucking thing that had ever happened to me. And they're like literally trying to wrestle, and they had like the good crushed restaurant ice, like wrestle this styrofoam cup out of my hand. Oh my God.
oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so wait, did you sleep that night? Did you like, I mean, I wouldn't if I had caffeine.
Oh my gosh. And like a large.
You had a large?
I think I may have had a regular, which in the South is, I mean, a regular in the South is a large in the North. So
Or
it was just
like
this giant,
a triple large. Yeah.
Oh God. I did sleep. I definitely was vibrating. Like it was just like, you're right. It really was. I felt like I hadn't been plugged in and then somebody plugged me in and I just like, bing. It
Oh my
was,
God, you were blasting off into outer space.
oh, why was it so delicious?
I
Oh my
mean,
God.
best moment though. Best moment. Were you tempted to go back?
Oh no. At Walmart the next day, I was trying to see if they had it. Again, I was being dragged out of the aisle, like, no, we are done here. We are shutting this shit
This
down.
is bad for you.
Yes. Oh my God. Uh, y'all,
Oh
if
my
you're
God.
ever, apparently they sell it in all 50 states. I'd never heard of it before in my life.
Cheer wine.
Yes, and they say it like cheery wine.
Cheery
It's,
wine.
it's black cherry flavored soda and it's fucking delicious.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, I love this so much for you. I especially love that like it was like a one and done. Like it's not, I mean, I guess you probably could find it within a 10-mile radius of where you're sitting right now, but you know what? This is just a Alabama special maybe.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't have that again. No.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Wow. I mean, that's such a highlight though. Like I really can picture you so happy and MVP prying it out of your hands. Like we
Literally.
have to go. I have your best interests in mind, Karen. Like you're like, no.
Oh my God. Literally, like, yeah, like, oh, it was bad. It was like an addiction moment. Like, I'm throwing this away. And I will say the other thing that my sister noticed is that, I love this out. So it's a fast food restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And the cups had Bible verses on them,
Oh wow, that's intense. Okay.
right? And my
Wow.
sister's like, right, like, it just said like John 3:16. And we both looked at each other. We're like, wait, what? All right, what does the other side say? And it was just like Psalms 1 through 7. And then MVP looked up what that was. And it was just like, okay, we're at a fast food restaurant. And then we realized they were playing Jesus jams.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I know, it was
The
really,
whole theme.
oh man. Oh, so
That
yeah.
is amazing. I was really surprised when I found out that In-N-Out Burger is a Christian restaurant.
What?
Yeah, at the bottom of their burger like packaging, it has like Bible verses. Yeah. It's like I had no idea. I know. In-N-Out Burger.
Really?
Who knew? Mm-hmm. Totally. But that is amazing. I really actually love this moment for you. Like I really do. This is like so wonderful. I had a great weekend, but there is one thing I did not tell you about. So, I'm currently in the middle of Gnatgate, which is
Oh,
yeah, so I've told you about a little bit about this on the pod, but for those of you who are not in the know, I have a gnat problem in my house.
oh,
And it's really become like an issue because it's from my plants and it's like gnats flying in my face during Zoom calls and all this stuff. And it's really stemming from one plant that is to my left right now. I'm looking at it and it's
mm.
beautiful, but it's like infested. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. So on Friday, Tyler and I went out for a walk with actually my new friend Christina, the one that I met at the pool,
Oh,
which I told you about. Yes, we couldn't go snowshoeing because there was no snow, but we ended up going hiking and we had lunch with her and her husband. Fabulous. It was so fun. Oh my God, it was
God.
such a promising first date. I'm pretty sure we're headed straight to marriage, but like I feel
Uh,
very like it's just like when you meet a friend and you're like, oh yay, like total connection. She was great.
yes.
And so was he. He was really fun. So anyway, so we get home and
Love it.
Tyler and I are like on a high. We're like, this is great. What should we do? We should bomb the house. That's what we just we
Yep.
should like, well, bomb is not probably the right word, fog the house. So have you ever seen these things where it's like it's a an aerosol container. It's literal poison. And so you shake it
Oh.
up and then you press, like you open the top and then you press down. They're actually called foggers. That's what like the stuff that you can look at Home Depot, but we got it at Lowe's. But anyway, and so you press this button down and then it sprays this actual poison that will kill the gnats in your house, but you have to leave. Like you have to leave, your pets have to leave.
Oh my
Your
God.
like nothing out can be anything edible. Like you can't have like avocado sitting out or you can't have like, plants that are edible like mint sitting out. Like it literally could kill you. And so like you have to leave for 2 hours. So Tyler and I we put 3 foggers in the house, one in my office, one in our primary bedroom, one downstairs, and we put Lucy in the car first before we like do anything, because like we value her life more than our own, but like not really, but like kind of. And so like so she goes in the car, and then like we're all like screaming at each other from the other sides of the house, like, all right, you ready? Like, and we both have masks on, and like we're both like, it's like so intense. And so like we have these foggers on top of like, you know, a ton of what is it? Newspaper and all this like layers. Like we have to like, you have to be super careful. Everything must be sealed in the house because it can't, like there can't be any open windows because it won't be as effective. So anyway, so we're like, all right, 1, 2, 3, go. And like we press down the thing and we're like sprinting out the door. And then we get in the car and we're just like running errands for the next 2 hours. So we're like, this is great. So beautiful day. Everything's fine. I have to go to Bed Bath & Beyond, you know, the normal Saturday things. So actually it's Friday, doesn't matter. But anyway, the point is that we come back and we like, we open the door and the house reeks. Like it's like full on, like we're like, oh, this is not safe. So we open every single window in the entire house. PS, it's 21 degrees outside, but still, it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, we don't want to die. So like, you know, we open all the windows, we let Lucy out, we get back in the car, spend like an hour and a half in the Trader Joe's parking lot, and then come back. And for the next 36 hours, it's great. Like there's not one gnat. This is great. I know. A few hatched.
Katie. Oh my God, hatched. The word hatched. The word hatched is no. Okay. Nope. You gotta move.
That's
where you love that house, but you're done.
I need to leave Bend. Like that's it. Fuck these gnats. Oh my God. Okay. So there's not as many. I will say there's not as many. Here's my hypothesis. I know that we've probably lost all of our 3 listeners with this. So please. We're going to get to a good topic. People, like, please stick with us. But that has nothing to do with Gnatgate. But the thing is that I think what happened is that they were larvae and then they were under the soil. And when the toxins were released, they were not yet born, and now there are a few being born, and which is disgusting, and I'll never use the H word again, but yeah.
Oh my God, larva also on my list of no, you gotta go. You just take you gotta take Lucy and just go. Just leave all that stuff behind. You gotta go and start over.
To default on my mortgage and forget it. I mean, I will say that there have been a few, I wouldn't say tense conversations, more actually compassionate conversations from Tyler trying to be like, have you considered, you know, getting rid of some of your plants? And I'm like, no. Like, it's like as if I'm talking about getting rid of, you know, a family member, which is how I feel about some of them. But the truth is that, yeah, I need my plants to love me as much as I love them. And right now,
yes,
it's a rough road. And so I've tried other remediation tactics. Yes, for all of those who are listening thinking like you should just put, you know, bowls of vinegar out. Yeah, no. We're way beyond that.
Yeah.
The sticky paper, the neem oil, the hydrogen peroxide in the water. I've tried it all. It's like, I think really what it is that some of my plants have to be repotted in like fresh, healthy soil, because I think the soil is actually infested, which is fine. That's actually a real thing. I think that's probably in my next step. So this is intense.
Oh my God. Okay, Katie, I have a lot of feelings and I hate this so much for you. And it just, I know you're not going to leave your beautiful house. I can't wait to come visit you in it. I feel
either.
like you said hatched and I was like, I can't, you got to go. Okay. So, oh God.
It is a gross word. I agree.
No, it's just, I don't know why that it turned into a sci-fi movie for me in that moment.
Totally.
How, if you had to guesstimate, because I feel like we talked a little bit about this like off pod, what would you say the population was pre-fogging and post-fogging?
Oh boy, that is.
If you want, you don't have to say it publicly.
So
I mean,
yeah, I know. The gnat police. So I'm pretty sure the population pre-fog was probably close to 1,000.
No.
And in my house.
No.
And then post-fog, I would say so far 50. So like that seems somewhat promising, right?
Wait, I can't,
So it's more like there's not 1,000 gnats swimming in my air all the time. Also gross visual. Um, but like, but like cumulatively over the past 3 weeks,
I see.
definitely 1,000. I mean, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm not right. Like maybe 500, but still a lot.
Because like, what's the lifespan of a gnat?
Great question.
Right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, they I don't know. When they're around me, it's not much because I
yeah,
kill
yeah,
probably. I
yeah.
mean, the day before the fogging and like the bombing slash fogging of our house, I think I killed 60, and it's
What?
like, oh yeah, and I was so angry about it. I actually okay, so I will say that I've tried mindfulness as another remediation tactic, and I lay
Mm-hmm.
in bed and I'm like, this doesn't bother me. I'm going to will these gnats away. I feel one with these gnats. And then one flies up my nose.
Yep.
And I'm
No.
like, I am going to actually punch myself in the face. Like that's
Oh my
that's where
God.
I am. Oh no. Like actually for real. Like I seriously like I have to be so careful because I smack the shit out of my hands all day long hitting my desk. I have to put my phone my Zoom on silent when I'm at work because people just see and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like I'm just killing gnats and they're just like it's embarrassing. It's not professional. Karen, it's not professional.
Oh my God, Katie. I can't tell you how much I hate this for you. I don't want this to be happening. And it also like, I don't, it's not, I don't, like I said, I have a lot of feelings about it. And I hope that this is the beginning of the end.
Thank you. I really hope as well.
Yes, that like, this is an incident someday. I mean, we're laughing about it now, which I'm really happy that you can laugh about it. I will also say, I feel like last time you had like a Karate Kid moment. Do you remember in Karate Kid with the chopsticks? I feel like you got really good at like just like even pinching them in the air.
Yes. Oh my God, I wish I was. I'm not totally on the precision of pinching them in the area, but I do have like cat-like reflexes with my clapping. Like I will say that that has gotten really, really good. It's
Yeah.
impressive. I'm impressing myself. Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway, so
gosh.
Natgate continues. I really hope that one day you ask me and you're like, "Hey, how are the gnats?" And I'm like, "What gnats?" I totally forgot that it was even a thing. So anyway, that's my mindfulness wish. Um,
Yes.
I'm gonna try to meditate on that. I'm wondering what Tamara Levitt would say about my gnats.
Oh my God.
Just be one with the gnat.
I'm also picturing them like, okay, my imagination has run wild. Like, I feel like just one day you're going to look and like a cloud of them will be trying to take Lucy away. Like, they'll
Yes,
have just, you know what I mean? Just
she'll be midair.
taking her exactly. Like,
We're taking her to the mothership. Yes,
yes,
the Monstera wants her
exactly.
too. God
Oh
damn.
my God.
Whew. Anyway, thank you for commiserating with me on this.
Oh God. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay. There are worse things. At least it's not like other types of insects that would be really, really gross. So it's not the worst, but
I
yeah,
know, but still.
it's kind of gross. But anyway, so in the spirit of seamless segues,
Yep.
onto our fabulous topic that you came up with. Thank you for coming up with it. Take it away.
Okay, so I feel like this segue actually, we always make this work, listeners.
Always.
I feel like, so the theme of today is, when are you the best version of yourself and when are you clearly not?
Yes.
And I will say I was both the best and worst versions of myself sucking down the sugar water at the
Really?
restaurant. Oh my God. Well, I see the worst version of myself, definitely. Like literally, I was like wrestling to keep this cup. Like I should not have been drinking that at fucking all. And I was like, no, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna suck this cup dry with John 3:16 on it. You get out with me. Get out with me. Right? Like just
You reverted to your 5-year-old self.
oh my God. Exactly, like out of my mind. But the best version, because I was so happy,
Oh, that's so
so just
beautiful.
filled with joy and refined sugar. Yeah.
That's so
And
beautiful.
caffeine.
Yes. Yes. Caffeine does definitely make me feel like the best version of myself when I haven't had it a few days in a row, because once I've had it like 2 or 3 days in a row, I just become the worst version, which is anxious wreck in a fetal position on the ground. But like, yeah, I so feel what you're saying about feeling the cherry wine. That sounds just like the best thing ever. I do love this topic because I think it's like something that we don't always think about all the time. Like I think for me, I think about like the people that I'm around when like that is uh, it's so real. It's like for example, this woman Christina that I met with her husband, and Tyler and I went, hiking with them this weekend. I actually felt so good afterward. I felt energized. And that's how I feel after every time I see you, Karen. It's like, oh, I actually feel energy from being around this person. That brings out the best version of myself. And then I don't want I'm never going to name names, but like there definitely have been people, many people in my life where I'm like, why am I so depleted, or why am I so tired or irritable or fill in the blank, like just feel like shit. And it's like that is just not a good fit, like whoever that person. And I'm not saying that it's the person's fault. It's not at all. I think it's like it's just a reflection of like, I don't know, the collective energy, I guess. Like I think there's something in that.
Absolutely. The chemistry, the
Yes.
dynamics, the something like the disconnection, like there is something to that. That is exactly what I was thinking of about this topic. Like,
Really?
yeah, the people, like the connection of people, like who are you the best version of yourself with, and who brings out, like you're saying, like just these parts of you that you like aren't crazy about, that don't
Yeah.
reflect who you really want to be. Like that's how I think about it. Like I don't want to be this person.
Yes, totally. I had an experience, it's many years ago now, almost 10 years ago now, where I had a long friendship. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the pod, but like I had a long friendship with a woman who, I mean, close friends. And it wasn't like a childhood friend, but long enough. Like it was we were together. We were close friends for a long time. And over time, I just felt worse and worse about
Mm,
myself around her. And it was the weirdest thing because everyone around me loved her. And like
mm,
it was really me. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, I don't feel good around this person. And so what I ended up doing was breaking off the friendship. It was a very like, it was a breakup. Like it was as if we were dating, and then yeah, I didn't know how else to do it. I had to, it was kind of a huge moment for me, but like, and it was really sad because the truth is I actually have nothing against this person. I wish her nothing but, love and light in her life. Genuinely. I really do. Like I truly have nothing against her. It just I wasn't the best version of myself around her. And it's
mm.
like I was around her enough to know like this is this I need to move on, And sometimes it's painful in that way.
Oh, it's super painful. I mean, that's that episode that we're both afraid to do about female friendships. Like,
Yes.
there's so much there.
So much.
I had a friend. I'm trying to think of how to anonymize this situation, but I had a friend who I was interacting with, and who the next day was like, you know what, I was not the best version of myself in that, or I forget how she said it, or I didn't bring my best self to that
Ooh.
interaction. Like, and I
Yeah.
hope that we can start over, basically. And I was both very touched because I love this person. And I just thought it was such a graceful way to discuss that, or to think about that situation, or to approach it. And it has obviously stayed with me, but I think it's such an insightful way to look at your behavior in a situation.
Yes. That is so adult of that person. Oh my God. I mean, talk about modeling. Like, I mean, that's incredible. How did you feel when that person said that to you?
I mean, I was relieved. And like I said, I was really touched, and I just felt like, oh, right. Like this is also a way, like I was feeling uncomfortable, or, was having emotions about this interaction we'd had. And it just was this path forward, right? Which is the other thing I really appreciated. I think it's so easy to get stuck
Yeah,
in relationships and friendships and everything. And
absolutely.
like, what a beautiful path. Like, here's a path out of this. Like, we don't have to stay in this place.
Yes, but also the taking responsibility for not showing up as the person that you want to be. Like that is next level. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. And I think that like sometimes the like me showing up as the either best or not best version of myself sneaks up on me. Like I don't actually always
Mm.
know that I'm not showing up as the best version of myself. Like I do know which is not external, but like if I don't get a good sleep at night, like I am a dragon and it's like I think it's actually hormonal. It's a thing that I've dealt with my entire life. Like it's a real problem for me. And I know that if I am to be a good person to be around, I need to be alone, like frankly, like if I don't get a good sleep. But like the other day, I was it actually goes back to our keeping it light conversation last week because I made a joke to Tyler over the weekend and it wasn't consensual. It didn't land.
Mm.
And it actually really hurt him. And he got really upset. And I was like, and instead of owning it like the person that you're talking about as not showing up as the best version of myself, I fought it. Like I was like, "No, but I meant I never would do that stuff." And that
Mm.
just makes it so much worse because it's like he has to defend himself and like he's like, "No, I just want you to say you're sorry. That's it. I just
Yes.
want you to say you're sorry." And then I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I do, and then it's better, but then I feel like shit. And then I realize if I really think about it, that I really wasn't showing up as the best version of myself. Sometimes it sneaks up and sometimes it's like, I don't know, someone else kind of has to call you on it and it's like up to you to own it. Oh, that's so hard.
Oh, it sucks.
It sucks. It really does.
Sucks so bad. I have recently had interactions with MVP that we both have talked about are very healing for us, like having conflict and getting through it and coming out the other side of it, like with a new understanding or learning something new about ourselves. And I feel like that what you're describing is what I often just feel in these moments of conflict. Like,
Really?
yeah, just like realizing like I have this like little anger demon in there.
Mm,
And right. And she is not the best version of myself. Like, she is not representative of who I want to be in my life. But like, man, she is in there. If you poke her, she's like, it's my time to shine.
it's
I'm
like
about to
poof.
exactly. I'm about to fuck some shit up. Like you were having like a total low level, low grade misunderstanding, and I'm about to blow this shit up. Like I've got three foggers, and I'm about to make everything toxic around me. Like
Everything is poison that I touch. Yes.
yes.
Whoa.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
Oh no, it's so real. It's so real. It's like a default setting when you feel like you're like, backed into a corner or something like that. And like it's it really it does. It brings out the worst. It does. And maybe that's just part of being a complex human being. It's like I would love to walk around on a cloud and feel like I am always the best version of myself. Oh yeah, like I am so amazing. No. No. That's just not reality. It's not reality even like when I'm not around people that I am close with, that I can be the best. And that doesn't sound right, but like can be a less than best version of myself. Like sometimes I find that like I'm interacting with a barista and like they'll call
Mm.
me out and they'll be like, "Oh, you look really serious today. Are you okay?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I'm like, I would never snap at someone. I'm like, "I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm actually doing great and I'm really sorry." And like it's just like weird, Like I don't know. Like it's just it's also about forgiveness, I think.
Yes, it is. And it totally is. And being self aware, like realizing in
Yes,
that, like catching yourself. And I think also having people around you who can be a mirror
totally.
in a compassionate way. And I think one of the things I said recently during one of these interactions was like, we all have moments of screaming, I'm not screaming.
Oh yeah.
Screaming at you, right? Like we all have those moments. And
Yes.
it is very humbling to catch yourself in that moment. And I feel like you caught yourself in the like, why I'm snapping at the barista. I'm so sorry. Like
Totally.
hearing yourself yelling, like you're not yelling, is it's whew.
Humbling is the right word. It is very humbling. Like Tyler, we got through the whole thing. I had apologized like 7 times. Finally, we were going to go do something. And I went upstairs to wash my hands and it like hit me. It hit me what I said to him. And I was like, shit. Like that actually really was not nice. Like that really was coming from a very much like, it really wasn't okay. And it was like,
Yeah.
damn it. Like, damn it. And it's like, then like accepting yourself for being a fallible human being. Like, but I will say that like, I often will, if I'm feeling like I'm not being the best version of myself, even to myself, which that's a whole nother conversation. It's like, it's systemic of many things that I've realized. Like, it's like a symptom of not sleeping. It's a symptom of not eating well or moving or not connecting with friends. It's a symptom of like working too much or like being inside too much, not seeing any sunlight. Like there's a million things and it's like, oh my god, like I sometimes I have to remember that it can be that small. Just one of those things can help me feel like a better version of myself.
Ooh, that's so good. Man, that's really good. I mean,
Hard to remember.
yeah, especially in the moment.
Of
And
course.
I think when you were saying, you realized that this thing had come from this place, I think it's also, for me, a lot of times, I think it's some unprocessed, unresolved emotion.
For sure.
Like whatever the situation is, has transported me to this place where I have all of this unresolved stuff, and the little anchor demon is like, haha, right? Like, and here we are. Right?
Yes.
Like,
Ta-da!
right? It's your time. So yeah. But I love that idea of like, okay, that you can reset. We talk about resetting all the time, that you
Yeah.
can, yeah.
That you can reset and that it's actually possible. I think that's the one part that like just believing that the narrative in your head doesn't have to be true forever. Like I think
Oh
that is
yeah.
so hard because it's like the thing that's always triggered you. Like, okay, we don't talk about that thing or like that kind of stuff. It's like, what if that wasn't entirely true? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting away from the main topic here, but I just
Oh no, I love that. The rewriting the scripts thing. Oh my God. Like, oh well,
yes.
I right, I always get triggered about this thing, or that thing is always really upsetting to me, or I don't have good conversations about that thing. And it's like, well, what if you decided that you did?
Yeah. Right. What if you decide to rewrite it and like actually look at why this is bothering you and not step around the, enormous elephant that's growing bigger every day. Like it's inflatable. You can pop it.
Smush it like a gnat.
Yes. Kill that shit.
Oh my God. I feel like I also am aware of the power of removing yourself from a situation.
Very,
Like,
very powerful.
right? Like as I was describing to you earlier, had a moment of not being my best self and just like turning into the 13-year-old, like, oh my God, right? Like I full eye roll, just like version of myself, right? And it was like, oh my God, who am I right now?
Yeah.
I gotta go. Just was like, I this is my sign, like that I'm maxed out. I gotta tap out. I gotta go.
Yes. Yes. I love that so much. Like, and was that helpful to you? Like to just calm down? Did the genie go back in the bottle?
Yes.
The mean genie?
Oh my God. Oh, that's a great image. Thank you for that.
Because it's like, hello, I'm here to fuck shit up. And then it's like, and then you open the top and it's like, it just like goes back.
Yes.
That's the visual I'm going with.
I love that so hard. Oh my God. Yes, it did. It did work. And I think, like I said, that having a mirror, I did have somebody in that situation who was like kind of like chuckling at me, like, really, you are not okay right now. Like, you're right. We gotta go.
That's amazing. That is amazing to have that mirror. And yeah, I recently had a situation where I had to leave the house. It sounds much more dramatic than it needs to be, but like I just felt like I'm a toxic person to be around right now. And so like I'm just, which also sounds dramatic. So fuck it. Maybe it is. But like I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna go to a
God.
coffee shop and just, chill out. And it was better for everyone. And so like, yeah, I think there is something to be said though for like having grace with ourselves. Like we can't like I don't know if there's a possible way to be the best version of ourselves at all times. Like that's like everyone has their moments and it's okay. And it's like I think the one thing that I'm trying to work on frankly right now is to if I can, if it's possible, to lessen the time of recovery. When I like really
Mm,
fuck up and am in the worst version of myself, I will often dwell on it and like I struggle to forgive myself for being
yeah,
a crappy version of myself. And that's like a crap, like that is a toxic, honestly, for myself, like a narrative. And then it's like, okay, maybe if I just believe that I can be a fallible human being, not obviously wanting to be toxic on purpose, but like it's okay. I can move on. Like I
exactly.
can love myself anyway.
Yes. 1,000%. You're deserving of love no matter what is going on. You can
Same.
reset. It doesn't mean you're a terrible person.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how many times your genie makes an appearance. You are so worthy of love always. And yeah, it's interesting. I think for me it's very interesting to acknowledge the conditions in which my not so best self makes an appearance though. Cause like to just try to mediate that in like taking care of myself.
Yes. Well, and on the flip side, realizing like, oh my God, that was so fun. I felt
Yes.
like the best version of myself. And how do I replicate that? How do I keep that going? Like, okay, that person was really fun. That place was really fun. This situation was great. Like, also being mindful about, okay, what are the things that light me up and what are the things that do make me feel like, wow, I really showed up as like the best fucking. Oh my God, did you just hear my cat?
Your cat is vocal about this topic. They have feelings.
Tyson, what are you doing? So out of nowhere, I couldn't even see her. Like, what are you doing?
She's like, I'm the
Anyway,
best version of myself, mom.
right now.
Always. Oh my God, I love this topic. I really do. It's like really going to make me think about it more between now and the next time we chat.
I know. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's talking again. I think that's going to get picked up by the mic. If listeners, you can't hear it, Karen's cat is being like uncharacteristically vocal right now.
Yep.
She's
And has stuck her claw full on in my leg. Oh, no,
oh
don't climb my leg. Okay.
oh well, that's our cue. It's time to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, shutting this down.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, everyone, have a great week. We will see you next week.